If you want to know why people get this, it's from being miserable. It's a muscle that gets tightened when people are pissed off, and it deposits fat. And that's because of you and your lack of intelligence and your lack of integrity. It's called stress. It's called pressure. It's called aging. It's not called aging, by the way. It's called you're a bitch. No, you are, and I'm dealing with it. It's called, you better open your fucking ears to what I'm telling your motherfucking asses. That's what that is. They get all this shit sucked out. They get cheekbones put in. They get Botox here and here. They get Botox here. They get lip filler here. They get nose job after nose job. They get their ears stapled back. They get eye lifts. They get facelifts this way. They get chin lifts here. They're constantly ironing out their skin. They're showing you the motions of what their estheticians do. They don't do those things to themselves. They get the information by going to the esthetician, pretend that they know about skincare, and then get invited onto the show called The Doctors. Because they look a certain way and they'll do a script. And then they pretend to you as audience as if they're actual intelligence, but they're not. They're like actresses reading off a script. And then they all tolerate the shit. And then you as audience don't understand what's going on, because in order for you to understand what's going on with your dental care, the person explaining it to you has to actually understand it. Yes, I could tell you, but I don't feel like talking about dental right now. Calculus under the gum tissue is like barnacles on the side of a boat. In the barnacle, which is called calculus, that lives under the gums and above the gums, you have to get that removed every 6 months. And some of you need to go every 3 to 4 months because you build up that much. You introduce bacteria through the food you eat and things you put in your mouth. That bacteria, as you know, is everywhere. So you must go get your teeth cleaned. Bacteria, you swallow it and it goes into your bloodstream. Anytime you bleed in the mouth, it's released into the bloodstream, which can then cross through your heart, through your kidneys, through your liver, through your joints. That's why everything's associated to the bacteria in the mouth. That's why you always have to get your teeth clean. It's like the number one important thing in preventative care for health concerns. How do you prevent getting on medicines? Go get your fucking teeth cleaned. That's why you pre-medicate when you go to the dentist. Because when I'm in there working on your mouth, you have an iron rod on your knee. And that bacteria is released into the bloodstream, travels your entire body, and then it can cross the metal piece, latch onto it, and cause an infection. And so in order to prevent that, we just request that you do the 400 or 500 milligrams of amoxicillin prior to your appointment, and we can even give it to you here when you're in the chair with me right now. As long as it's in the 1 hour before or 1 hour after window, but I prefer that you take it while you're here so I can trust that you'll actually take it just to cover my own ass. And if you're allergic to amoxicillin, we're going to give you clindamycin instead. Because amoxicillin has penicillin in it. And for some reason, all of you are allergic to penicillin because you were told that as a child. However, I don't really believe that most of you are allergic to penicillin because you eat moldy bread without even knowing it. You probably are immune to the allergy effects of penicillin. You should actually test it out. Anywho, that's a little bit of education on when you actually know something versus someone pretending they know about skincare, pretending they know about nutrition. There's an embodiment of education in the information, to let you know that they're actually the thing that they say that they are. They don't just walk around and say, I'm a doctor, everybody, I'm a doctor. No, they actually have something to say. Most doctors are a little bit over the top and kind of annoying, to be honest with you. They don't let you talk. Women specifically, I would say. Anywho, so that's your example of why Mona Van's not a doctor. And so you would go onto these television shows, you listen to these dumbasses. All they do is bullshit you in fluff talk. They don't deliver on any form of assistance for your life. However, you're drawn to it. You're drawn to it. Why are you drawn to that bullshit? Money? You know you've tried all these dumb fucking diets that these people do. However, you never lose any weight. They told you that you could eat anything you wanted as long as it was eat clean. And you could still be in good shape. You could be skinny like Mona Van. She's not in good shape, but she is skinny. How much food is on her plate when she leaves the table at dinner? How much food do you leave on the table after you order all that shit, take photos of it, and then walk away? How much food is left on the table? And those of you who have waited on her clean up those dishes. So that's false advertisement. That means people are thinking in their mind that they can eat all that shit and they can still be that skinny, while she never works out, but shows herself half-assing it by walking 2.0 on the treadmill and saying she does Pilates because it's cool right now. Please go to Pilates because we want less people doing yoga because you are mentally ill. We don't even really want you doing any Pilates either. You ruined Windsor. You know Windsor Pilates? What they're doing in the Reformer isn't really Pilates, by the way. No, it's not. It's yoga with a Reformer. You do this shit when you're in Pilates. It's like this shit. Holding. Calisthenics. That's Windsor Pilates. That's Pilates. Where's the name Windsor? Where's Windsor at? Windsor invented Pilates. Where is Windsor? And why are you trying to make it your, like you create a Pilates? Even Windsor had a machine that you could buy over the counter. You all are so fucked up. It's so fucking unbelievable. You never, ever turn your back on the creator of something. Just like you don't become the creator of your own life. God created that shit. You ain't no fucking creator. You don't create shit. You can be creative. You ain't a fucking creator. It's like saying I'm an influencer. That's against the Constitution. That's against the Declaration of Independence. So all of you are criminals. You're a creator? You created the world? Is that what you're fucking trying to say? So now you're in some fucking Zoom call of a cult trying to create the world? That's called devil shit. So that means you control climate change. You control the fact that 300,000 kids are missing. You controlled all that. You did all that shit to us. You ain't creative. You're not a creator. And you're not an influencer. None of you are. You're all just a bunch of dumbasses running around showing off your tits, your diamond rings, and your fucking fit checks. Go sit on your shit and fucking spin on the turd that you laid right there in the middle of the floor.